evening, volleyball fans, and for the second time tonight, welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School, our main gymnasium, as we are getting ready for the second of our two live streams on this Tuesday night. It'll be GMC Girls Varsity Volleyball action coming your way live as the Lady Aces throw out the welcome mat for the Lady Pilots of Ayersville here tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. With me again tonight, Connor Myers operating the camera this evening. And we're looking forward to a lot of great volleyball action here tonight. Now, so far, this is going to be the third match played here at the Red Zone. In the first two, the freshman and the JV, it's been all Ayersville. The Pilots won the freshman and the JV matches both in straight sets, 2-0. So the Lady Aces look to bounce back on the varsity level like they did against Toledo Christian last night. We'll see how things go when action gets underway in just a few minutes from right now. Well, while we do have some time as the teams are wrapping up their warm-ups and getting ready to do their final locker room preparations, we want to say a big thank you once again to our 4 Diamond Level underwriting supporters. Our Diamond Level supporters underwrite all of our Aces sports coverage throughout the entire year. Every sport we cover, all levels of play across all of our broadcast platforms. We want to thank them so very much. They include the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at aptmfg.com/careers. A big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for information on the latest COVID boosters, flu shots, and more. And a big thank you to ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park and also online at www.arcsolinc.com. Well, it's been a bit of a stormy night out there off and on. We knew that there was some heavy weather in the vicinity for at least a while. We had some spotty coverage on our Wi-Fi signal that sometimes happens when the weather outside is frightful. But hopefully that is going to move out of the area, at least give us enough of a break. We'll be able to get all the action in here from the Red Zone tonight on the varsity level without any problem. Of course, shortly we'll be heading down to the floor. We'll shut off the microphones up here on press row and go down to the floor announcer. It'll be Mr. Paul Overmeyer speaking tonight for the national anthem, the introduction of players and more. And then, of course, we'll be back up here on press row to bring you all the action when the varsity matches get underway, coming up here shortly. We do want to thank you so very much for joining us on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Again, our coverage is free, whether you're with us in Hicksville or watching us from over Ayersville way. We're glad to have you with us, and we hope you will enjoy our coverage tonight. Looks like they're going to get ready to get started. They're dropping the flag, so we're going to switch. Well, I'll keep it here for a little bit longer. We still have about 20 seconds, it looks like. So we'll get ready, and I think we are going to go ahead and we'll switch off the headset microphones. We'll go down to the floor for the introduction of players to the national anthem with Mr. Paul Overmeyer.
Good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to Hicksville High School, an exciting evening of high school volleyball. Tonight, the Ayersville Pilots, coached by Taven Tyler, will take on our own Hicksville Aces, coached by Samantha Lowing. The Board of Education Superintendent and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's volleyball game. Both Hicksville High School and Ayersville High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America, and in respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest are Lindsay Tim and Kathy Dennis. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part in this friendly interscholastic volleyball contest. Now introducing the non-starters for both teams. For the Ayersville Pilots, number 7, Kendall Boer. Number 14, Kelsey Clark. Number 16, Addison Zartman. Number 17, Alyssa Coble. Number 18, Annalie Weisgerber. Number 22, Ava Sigler. For your Hicksville Aces, number 1, Hannah Ridgeway. Number 5, Kennedy Adams. Number 6, Taylor Slattery. Number 8, Liberty Doctor. Number 10, Paige Ayers. Number 16, Kaylin Metz. Number 18, Teslin Reed. Now introducing the starters for Ayersville. Number 2, Allison Eldridge. Number 4, Rylan Beecher. Number 6, Kendra Waldron. Number 10, Brooklyn Michael. Number 11, Lainey Sheets. Number 13, Grace Flory. Libero, number 20, Michaela Laker Sierra. And now here are your Hicksville Aces starters. Number 2, Josie Smith. Number 3, Jocelyn Baldwin. Number 4, McKenna Baird. Number 9, Lydia Van Scooter. Number 12, Mika Inkrot. Number 13, Elise Baldwin. And the libero, number 7, Evie McAlexander.
And we welcome you back to press row. Now the players have all been introduced, and they'll head to the net to wish each other a good game. And we'll get ready to get action started in this varsity matchup shortly. Again, at the varsity level, it'll be the best 3 games out of 5 to win the overall match. And as always, 25 is the winning score, but you have to win by at least 2 points. So if both teams are tied at 24, it has to be like 26 to 24. aside from that, we're glad to have you here with us. Teams will take to the floor. The officials will check their numbers and positions, and then they'll be allowed to substitute in their libero. And we'll get ready to get things started on this Tuesday night here at the Red Zone in Hicksville, Ohio. Glad to have you with us for our live coverage tonight. Again, Bill Murphy, Connor Myers, your crew from Hicksville Community Television, bringing you the action this evening. Pilots will have the ball to start things off. They're wearing their light blue jerseys with their gold numerals. Aces, of course, with their white jerseys with the red numerals, black trim. And of course, the libero with the dark blue for the Pilots and the red for Hicksville. First serve is up, and we're underway. Elise Baldwin, nice dig for the Pilots. Baldwin, another just tap over, and that'll drop in for the Aces. So Hicksville scores the first point of the first game. And Scoder back to serve. And that is out. A good, solid strike from the Pilots, but just about 6 inches too long. Lydia's second serve looks good. Nice setup for the Pilots. Oh, that was a little confusion between McKenna Baird and Van Scoder, and makes it a 2-1 game and returns the serve back to Ayersville. Smith digs it out. Oh, get it over the net. Now the Aces with a shot at setting it up. Baldwin tips it in. That's Jocelyn Baldwin. Both Elise and Jocelyn out on the floor. Kennedy Adams checking in, as is Taylor Slattery for Hicksville. That usually means that, yep, Kennedy will go back to serve. Loop. Pilots recover and get the ball back over the net. And Slattery smokes that one over. Another point for Hicksville. Another serve coming up for Adams. And that'll be another point for the Aces. Adams just clips the top of the net, goes over. Oh, and that had some authority behind it for the Pilots. I think it was number 13, Flory, smoking that one over to make it a 5-2 game, and Flory drops back to serve. Serve, Baldwin, Baird, Elise Baldwin again. And that'll be out. Too much on it in the shot from Kendra Waldron. Into the game for the Pilots, number 11, Lainey Sheets. Baldwin back to serve. Elise. Set up. Taps it over. Baldwin. Baird. Slattery. Good hit from Taylor. They'll get it back over. McAlexander. Slattery again, or it's rejected. But the Aces look to recover. Slattery gets it over. McAlexander diving hit. Elise Baldwin. Slattery puts it over the net. We'll try again. And that off the hands of Brooklyn Michael. Cuts the lead in half now. Aces up 6-3, and the Pilots with the serve. Sheets back. Puts the ball in the air. Alexander. Oh, and that'll be, caught him looking a little bit there. Sheets. And that'll be out off the hands of Adams. Another serve from Sheets. Oh. And she just clips the top of the net, and it rolls over and drops. And we're tied at 6. Alexander, Elise Baldwin, Baird. The other side of the net. Nice block. And then they lost sight of it. It was blocked. It went straight up, and Slattery lost sight of it. Came down on her head. And that'll give the Pilots their first lead. Baird. Oop, that could be trouble. Oh, I can say point goes to the Pilots. I didn't see what the official motion, whether it was in the net or carry or what, but either way. And that one doesn't clear. So it'll make it 8-7, and the Aces down by 1 will get the serve back. Evie McAlexander drops back. Nice setup. Another nice setup. Michael finds her spot on the floor and gets the point. Baldwin back to serve. That'll be out. Floated that one. So it stays a 1-point game. Aces will get the serve back. Ayers comes into the game, as does number 3, Jocelyn Baldwin. Paige Ayers, good-looking serve. Evie McAlexander, Jocelyn. Oop. She blocked. McAlexander. Baird puts it over, and it'll be out. Laker Sierra puts the ball in the air. Elise Baldwin. Oh, ho, ho. Nice play by the Pilots there. Maybe a little luck, a little skill combined. And that one trips the top of the net again. Jocelyn Baldwin puts it over. Set up for the Pilots. And that one's in. Ayersville now up by 4, and they continue to serve. That'll be out. Baird drops back now to serve. McKenna, the sophomore, puts the ball in play. Elise Baldwin taps it over. And a nice block. Baldwin, Van Scoter both there. Draws the Lady Aces within 2. Oh, that'll be out. One-point game now. Baird. Again, good-looking serve. And that'll be another point. Tied at 12. Lady Aces hanging tough here. Anybody's game, just about halfway through game one. Set up here for the Pilots. And that one was out, but not by much. So the Aces retake the lead. Baird continues her serve. Another good-looking one, dug out. Nice setup. And that'll drop in for the Pilots. Good hit by Flory. Tied at 13. And Beecher. No, I take that back. Eldridge. Check myself there. Eldridge drops back to serve. Ayers, Baird, Elise Baldwin. That one, I think, yep, was on the wrong side of the pylon. Aces will hang on to that 1-point lead, and Lydia Van Scoter drops back to serve. A nice setup, and that'll be a point. And she hit it twice, yep. Double hit. Aces up by 2. Van Scoter serves again. Oh, and that's good. Substitutions for the Pilots into the game, 14 and 16, Clark and Zartman. Aces up by a point. Pilots with the serve. Abby McAlexander, Elise Baldwin. That was Mika Inkrot. I apologize. Sorry about that, Mika. Tied at 15. Beecher with another serve coming up. Out. That one floats off to her left and out of bounds. Slattery and Adams getting ready to check back in for the Aces. And Adams will serve. Team up by 1, 16-15. Nice dig. And McAlexander and Baldwin set up for the Pilots. Another good hit from Flory. Tied at 16. Clark comes out of the game for the Pilots. Back in Waldron, number 6. Baldwin, Baird, Inkrot, and out. Baldwin, gentle touch over, and they'll tap it back. Alexander, Baldwin again, and that one drops in. They'll tie us back up at 17 all. And Elise Baldwin drops back to serve for the Aces. Oh. Strong hit from the Pilots, and they'll get the point and the ball for the serve. Baird, Elise Baldwin, and Slattery. Set up for the Pilots. That's good. Ayersville now up 19-17. That'll be out. So the Aces will keep within one. Evie McAlexander dropping back to serve. So we might have the 50-50 drawing coming up here between games. McAlexander floats that one out the back. So Pilots now up again by 2, 20-18, and with the serve once again. Baldwin, Baird, Slattery. And out of bounds, point for the Aces. Slattery out, Ayers in, Kennedy Adams out, and Jocelyn Baldwin back in. 2019 Pilots, but the Aces with the serve. Ayers, good looking serve. That'll drop in, and we're tied at 20. Another nice looking serve to get things started. That'll be out. Aces now up 21-20. Oh, they'll drop that one in. Big hit from Brooklyn Michael. Tied at 21, and the Pilots will get the volleyball and the serve. Tapped down by Beecher. Makes it 22-21. Ayersville will serve once again. Laker Sierra back to serve. Smith. And that's Elise Baldwin out of bounds. 23-21, and our first time out of the night. As the Aces down by 2. And Coach Lavin going to go over some things with the girls. Try to get them refocused here. This game is still close enough to go either way. Both these teams would like to jump out to a 1-game-to-none lead early on here in the varsity match. Again, best 3 out of 5. Bill and Connor, glad to have you here with us. Hope you are enjoying the live coverage tonight. Kind of hoping maybe the rain has moved out of the area now for a while and won't have to drive home in a thunderstorm. Teams break huddle, and here we go. It'll be the Pilots with the volleyball and the serve and the 2-point lead when play resumes. Michaela Laker Sierra into the net. Not what the Pilots wanted to have happen. And McKenna Baird drops back to serve for the Aces. 1-point game. Baird puts the ball in play. Nice dig by Smith. Put the Pilots up by 2, 24-22, and bring up game point for Ayersville. They'll have the serve. Eldridge back. And another timeout. So Coach Lavin using her second and final timeout here, as it is game point for the Pilots. Either she's seeing something that she wants the girls to stop doing or to start doing, or maybe she's noticed something with the way Ayersville's playing that she's passing along. Either way, we'll find out here in about 40 seconds when play resumes. We'll take a break, of course, between games. Thank one of our underwriters, or at least one of our underwriters. Also filling in a little bit on the broadcast schedule for the rest of the week as time allows here on HIX-TV. Don't forget, tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll have the weekly live update. That happens on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Fill you in on what we've been up to since last Wednesday and what's coming up for us here at HIX-TV for the remainder of the week and the first part of next week, as well as some stuff going on around the Hicksville area in our community. All right, here we go. Game point for the Pilots. Eldridge serve in play. Baldwin does it, taps it over. Still a point here by the Pilots will give them game one. And Scoder up. And that'll do it. 25-23. The Pilots will win game one and take a 1-game-to-none lead in this best 3 out of 5 varsity series. So time between games and time for me to say a big thank you to one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters as they announce the 50-50 in the background. I'll say a big thank you to our friends at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, if you're in the market for a vehicle, if you're looking for something brand new, pre-owned, a car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. And if you don't see what you're looking for, let the folks at Jim Schmidt know. They always do their best to find you the vehicle you want and one that will best suit you and your family's transportation needs. Remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. 15 years now, Jim Schmidt has been underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage here on HIX-TV. We want to thank him so very much. We hope that you will do the same. Remember, anytime you see Aces sports action on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it happen. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Bill and Connor, glad to have you here with us. Now, tomorrow, as I mentioned, we have our live update on the Facebook page. Also happening tomorrow, they have an assembly at the end of the school day. It's the homecoming court announcement assembly. That was supposed to be last week on Friday, but they had those 2 fog days where they had to cancel school. So they didn't have school on Wednesday or Thursday, and the voting for a couple of the members of the court, I guess, was tied. So they needed to wait to be able to get these kids back in school to be able to do the voting to break the ties. So evidently that has been accomplished, and they will have the homecoming court announcement assembly tomorrow afternoon here in the main gymnasium. And, well, I'm going to try to get in here in time to be able to bring you some coverage of that. We'll see if that works out. If not, I'll let you know what's going on when we do the live update. Thursday, I think it's going to be an off day for us. And then Friday, of course, we'll be over at Aces Field for week number 6 of the high school football campaign with the Aces hosting the Raiders of Wayne Trace. Our live coverage of the football game will get underway a little before 7 o'clock on Friday night. So the Aces will have the ball and the serve to start game number 2. Looking to win this one and draw the series even. And they'll get the ball. McKenna Baird will have the first serve for game number 2. So ready to get underway. Again, you're watching girls varsity volleyball action coming to you live from the Red Zone here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. First serve is into the net for Baird, and it's an early 1-0 lead for the Pilots. First serve for the Pilots. Evie McAlexander digs it out. Baird, And then Elise Baldwin setting it up on the other side of the net. Little tap over and it drops in. Good play from Grace Flory. She's had some good plays up there on the net so far tonight. Flory, a junior. Serve goes over. Elise Baldwin drills that one home for the Lady Aces. Serve now goes to Ben Scooter. Nice set up. Aces answer. Baldwin. And that one smoked in there from Beecher for the Pilots. Back to serve now, Sheets, Alexander, Baird, and Elise Baldwin. Taps it over, set up for the Lady Pilots, and it drops in. Sheets will serve again. Alexander, that one goes over and hits one of the supports for the net. Another serve for Sheets. Blaney puts the ball into play. Smith, Baird, Inkrot. Nice setup for the, and rolled along the top of the net. Lady Aces recover. Pilots keeping it alive. That one off the hands of, I think it was McAlexander. One of the Lady Aces touched it. You could see the ball's trajectory change just a bit. Goes out of bounds, but after it was touched, so point for the Pilots. That's Coach Lucas Smith, or former Coach Lucas Smith. Working the corner tonight here at the Red Zone. His daughter, of course, on the team. And that one, nice recovery by the Lady Aces. Get it over the net. And that'll be out. And again, Slattery and Adams will rotate in, and Kennedy will take the ball and do the serving. Her team down 4. Adams, nice serve. Good response by the Pilots. Good block. They'll set it up again. Adams, Inkrot. And that's got to have too much on it. That'll be a point for the Lady Aces. Adams. Nice stop. Good recovery. Get it back over the net. In the field of play. The Lady Aces get a good setup. Slattery dug out of there by the libero. And they get it back over the net again. Lady Aces' second try. Inkrot. Timing a little bit off into the net. And the Pilots get another point. And Ryland Beecher dropping back to serve. Her team up by 4, 7-3. Beecher. Good looking serve, and that'll be a ace for the Pilots. No return. And down by 5, we're going to have another timeout from Coach Samantha Lavin. Well, this time around, we'll say a big thank you to our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. One of our diamond-level underwriters offering solutions to business and industry that include welding, powder coating, safety equipment, so much more. In addition to that, APT, well, Tony Nicewander and the gang, they have a nice program. They work with the VOAG students in the VOAG department here at Hicksville schools, have several Hicksville kids that go over and spend part of the day doing on-the-job training at APT, and they also have modules they have here at the school that the kids could use to learn more about applied knowledge in the workplace. I want to thank them so very much again for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast at the diamond level. And you can check out all of the opportunities that they have available by going online to aptmfg.com/careers. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. Back into action. Little tap over, and that'll drop in. Again, when you go to that website, you can upload your resume, fill out an application. They'd love to hear from you. Maybe you can be a part of the APT manufacturing team. aptmfg.com/careers. Nice hit. Nice setup for the Pilots. Back to Adams. Baird. And then Slattery. Alexander, Baird, Inkrot. That one's to Elise Baldwin. Baird and Inkrot again, and that'll be out. But touch, they say. Okay. So 9-4 Aces. And Elise Baldwin back to serve. And that one awkwardly off the hand of Slattery, I think, and it falls in. A couple more substitution for the Pilots coming in. Number 22, Ava Sigler, and number 14, Kelsey Clark. Sigler's going to drop back to serve. Sigler, good looking serve. And they'll manage to dig it out of there. Oh, and that'll be on the net. Not sure whether that was Baird or Slattery, but one of them was hanging on top of the net. Sigler, another serve. McAlexander. And Inkrot puts it over the net. Set it up. And that's in. Another good shot from Michael. Sigler. Slattery. Dig it out of there. Oh, strong hit from Waldron. And another point for the Pilots. Up now by 9. Just clips the net, goes over. Nice setup for Slattery. It's rejected. Nice kill from the Pilots, number 10. Sigler. That one goes off the bottom of her hand and into the net, well, under the net, actually. So it stays a 9-point game, 14-5, and Evie McAlexander will drop back for the Lady Aces. Oh, a couple of them that just barely clear the net. Slattery, good eye. Finds the open part of the floor, drops it in. And that'll be in. Another good shot from Brooklyn Michael. Waldron back with the serve now for the Pilots. That'll be out. 16-6 now as Ayersville goes up by 10. Game number 2. And that'll go out. Could tell as soon as she hit that one, it was headed downtown. Paige Ayers, good looking serve. And again, Brooklyn Michael, number 10, finding the opening on the floor and getting herself another point. She's had a good game so far. Laker Sierra Libero back to serve now. Her team up by 10. Alexander, Baird, and Van Scooter. And a double hit for the Pilots, and that'll be a point for the Aces. McKenna Baird back to serve. Good serve. Nice response. The Lady Aces, Baldwin. Pilots looking to set it up, slap it over. Alexander there to send it back. Little dink over, and right back over it goes to the Aces side. Jocelyn Baldwin, and that time off Van Scooter, and point for the Aces. Pilots get it over. Aces looking to set it up here. And Scoder. Smith got that one. And that one will drop in from Jocelyn Baldwin. Aces close the gap a little bit more. Now just a 7-point deficit. Baird. Elise Baldwin. And a nice recovery from the Pilots. They get it back in the field of play. But they're rattled enough so that Baldwin is able to shoot that one in. Make it a 6-point game. Baird continues her serve. And Beecher mistimed that one. Makes it a 5-point game. Baird. Oh. Off the Aces' hands, and a point for the Pilots. Back up by 6 now, 18-12. Flory back up on the net for the Pilots. Eldridge back to serve. Eldridge right to Smith. Elise Baldwin stopped by the libero. Flory. Oh, I don't think so. A nice try. Smith had the distance, but it was just a little bit off to the right. Alexander. Baldwin putting some heat on it again. And the Pilots try to answer. Aces are right there. Baldwin again. That went a little tap over. And a set up Flory. Right back at her. And that'll be a carry. And a point for the Aces. Saying Eldridge had it cupped underneath the ball. Pilots down by 6. Van Scoter gets it over. Flory, and that'll be a point, and the Pilots will hit the 20-point plateau again. 5 away. Also back into the game now, Zartman, number 16 for the Pilots. Smith. And Inkrot gets the job done. Substitute again, and it'll be Adams with the serve for the Aces. Her team down by 6 now. 20-14, Kennedy Adams puts the ball in play. Baird, McAlexander, and Baldwin. Baldwin drops it in. Makes it a 5-point game. This is Inkrot, and again, blocked and goes out of bounds. Zartman, and another timeout on the floor. One each now being used by the Aces and the Pilots. They each have 1 remaining. And again, the Pilots looking like we're going to run away with this game early, but the Lady Aces have just hung around and battled their way back in, and now they're only down by 4. They had been behind by as many as 10 points earlier. So they're not going to go away easy here. And that's kind of what we expect whenever we see these GMC matchups. These girls know each other. They're playing in the league. And it's always a hard-fought contest. Speaking of Ayersville, we're on the road to Ayersville in a couple of weeks. I've got a football game coming up at Pilot at the hangar. No, that's the gym inside. Well, anyway, we're going to be over at Ayersville and for week number 7, I believe, of the high school football campaign. Looking forward to that. Always fun to go over and visit the Pilot country. All right, Adams with the serve. It's a good-looking serve. Nice set for the Pilots. Baird, McAlexander, and Elise Baldwin taps it over. And Flory again, doing a good job up there on the net. Another point for Ayersville. Beecher, her serve to Baldwin, to Baird, and back to Baldwin. Oh. And Flory that time caught the ball rather than hitting it back over. So 21-17, it's back to a 4-point game. And Elise Baldwin will be serving for the Lady Aces. Baldwin. Flory, over it goes. Baldwin sets it up. Baird. And now Flory. Just outside. Point for the Lady Aces. It's a 3-point game. Baldwin continues to serve. Ayersville. There we go. Drops it in. Flory gets a point before she rotates out. 22-18. Aces not done yet, though. It's still just a 4-point contest. They've been hanging tough so far. Sigler going to be serving for the Pilots. Aces set and ready. There's the whistle. Here we go. Sigler. Baird. Baldwin. And Slattery taps it over. Slattery with the semi-block. And Baird puts it over. And that'll be out. And it'll point a point for the Aces. Like I said, they're not done yet. Evie McAlexander with the serve. And a tap down by Slattery makes it a 2-point game. That'll be in. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. .23-20, timeout on the floor. As the Aces need to talk it over, they do not want to go down 2-0 here in this varsity contest. Well, if you are just joining us earlier tonight, we got things started actually this afternoon about 4:30. They had the freshman match was first up, and that was won in straight sets by the Pilots. And then a little after 5:30, we got the JV match underway, and that also went to Ayersville in straight sets, 25-17 and 25-15. So overall, they're 2-0 in the matches so far, and in the varsity match, of course, they won game number 1. 25-23 and are leading here in game 2, 23-20. But again, the Aces have been playing them tough here at the Red Zone tonight. Ready to get back into action. Good looking serve. And just like that, it's back to a 2-point game, and the Aces will get the serve back. Ayers comes in to serve. Not sure what happened there. The Pilots sort of stood there and looked at the ball for a moment, but the Aces will take it. Ayers just clears the net. Set up for the Pilots. That'll be out. 22-23. It's a 1-point game, and they'll have another timeout. Now the Pilots want to talk about it. They thought they had the game well in hand earlier, and it looked like they did. Like I said, they were leading at one point by 10 points. But the Aces, just like in game 1, they've been keeping it close. They've not been giving up. They battle back, and here we are with another 1-point differential late in the game, just like we had in game 1. So they'll have a quick huddle. And the Lady Pilots will break huddle and head out to the court first. Still half a minute of time left. Now the Aces break huddle. They'll head back out onto the floor. Paige Ayers will get the volleyball. She'll have the serve. And we'll get ready to get back into action here. She gets the whistle. Here we go. Ayers. And that'll be a quick point for the Pilots. And that'll bring up game point for Ayersville. 24-22. Into the game, Smith. Josie checks in for the Pilots. Laker Sierra with the serve. And it'll be an ace and a win in game number 2 for the Pilots. 25-22. To take a 2-0 lead in this best 3 out of 5 varsity match here at the Red Zone tonight. Well, another break between games and another opportunity to say another thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters. And that, of course, will be our good friends at the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, a full-service pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. They also have medical supplies and equipment, over-the-counter medications, and more. Gifts, sundries, greeting cards, candles, Ohio State, Michigan paraphernalia. It's a fun place to stop in whenever you're in downtown Hicksville to just sort of browse around, and you can see for yourself what a difference being locally owned and operated truly means. And again, they're accepting new patients. If you're one of the many who's been affected by the closures of some of the other pharmacies in the regions, they're standing by ready to help you out to make sure that your prescriptions are filled properly and safely and quickly at the Hicksville Pharmacy. And hey, if you want to get information on the latest flu shot, COVID booster, anything along those lines, feel free to give them a call. They'll be happy to help you out. It's 419-542-6218. We want to thank them so much again for their continued support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. We hope that you will do the same next time you stop by the Hicksville Pharmacy. Again, they're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Well, about a minute and 20 to go here. This is a must-win game now for the Lady Aces to avoid a straight set loss to the Pilots. Again, they've been playing tough tonight. The first two games, the first game decided by 2 points. The second game, only a 3-point differential. So that shows you these teams are playing hard here tonight. And it's always a little bit tougher, too, when you've got 2 days of action back-to-back. But that's the way it is, and teams will come back out onto the floor. It should be the Pilots with the volleyball and the first serve here in game number 3. As again, the officials checking everything at the scoring table to make sure all of the statistics are being recorded properly. Everybody getting their due credit. Time for me to take a quick swig of soda so my voice doesn't give out. Hits the spot. All right. We'll bring in the libero for the Aces. And Inkrot will step out from the starting 6. And now we'll do the same on the Pilot side of the net. And as I mentioned, Ayersville with the ball and the serve to start, and it'll be Allison Eldridge back with the serve to kick off game number 3 here at the Red Zone tonight. Eldridge, good-looking serve right to Smith. Tipped over by Baird. Flory. And went into the net. All right. Or they were saying 4 hits. Okay. Either way, Aces early 1-0 lead. Baird with the serve. Tap over to Smith. Baird. And Elise Baldwin, that'll be trouble. Well, they're going to hold on and launch it back to the Aces. Nice recovery by the Pilots. Nice setup for the Aces. Can't capitalize on it this time. Flory targets it from the far side, and that'll even it up at 1 point each. Serve goes back to the Pilots now. Substitute as into the game comes Zartman for Ayersville. Again, put some height up there at the net. Nice serve. And not enough on it. Roll the ball back over, and Pilots will serve once again. Smith. Over in the corner, Van Scoter, nice. Lydia, nice shot to tie it up at 2. Now McAlexander will step out, and Mika Inkrot back in for the Aces. Lydia Van Scoter drops back to serve. Ooh, out of bounds. And Scooter. And, oh, nicely played on both sides of the net that time. Good recovery by the Pilots. And the Aces. With a double hit there, and we're tied at 3. Man, both teams scrambling on that series, making some great plays, keeping that ball in the air. Alexander, Baird, Inkrot. Another setup for the Aces. Elise Baldwin taps it over. Another set here for the Aces. Nope. Baldwin will just knock it over, and the Pilots will need to do the same. So let's see if the Aces can get something going here. Baldwin, there we go. Elise Baldwin strikes. Aces up by 1, 4-3. Adams and Slattery substituting in. Kennedy will have the serve. Her team up by 1. Must-win game, as I mentioned before, for the Aces here at the red zone right now. Up. Kennedy will get the point there. Another good serve from Adams. Baldwin and Slattery out. It's a little too much on it from Taylor. And here we go into the game. Number 22, Sigler. Number 14, Clark. And number 6, Waldron for the Pilots. And, nope. Good try by the Aces as they were all over the floor that time, but to no avail. At least they're laughing about it. Tied at 5, and Sigler with another serve coming. Here we go. Adams, Baird, and Elise Baldwin. Nice stop by the Pilots. Nope. And a bad hit by Waldron. Put the Aces back on top by a point. And Elise Baldwin back to serve. Push over. Nice setup. Over it goes. Elise Baldwin, Evie McAlexander, and Baird. Up. That one caught the net. And another point for the Aces. We're tied at 6. Excuse me, the Aces lead 7-5. I would say they put the point on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Adams. And Slattery tips it over. Put the Aces up by 3. Elise Baldwin continues her serve. And that'll be a point for the Pilots as they pull back to within 2. Like I said, the way these teams have been playing, a 2-3 point lead doesn't mean much of anything. Both these teams have battled back. Adams, McAlexander, Slattery. Other side, the Pilots setting it up, tap it over. Back to Evie McAlexander, or Evie, excuse me. Slattery gets it over. Nice setup and a hit, and that'll drop in for, it was Sheets that got that one, number 11. Make it a 1-point game. Waldron with the serve for the Pilots. Good serve to Baird, Elise Baldwin, and Taylor Slattery. Nice recovery. And that'll be out. Good job by Sheets to recognize that and to hold up and make sure she didn't touch it. Goes out of bounds, and we are tied at 8-all. Adams, Baldwin, and over by Inkrot. And just out of bounds. Point goes to the Aces. Lydia Van Scoter will come in, and Mika Inkrot will have a seat. Alexander with a good serve, and that'll be out. And another point for the Aces, back up by 2. Ooh. A little too nonchalant that time, as tapped it into the net. Timeout on the floor. And we'll take the time to say a big thank you to the last of our diamond level underwriters, our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. World-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. Solutions for business and industry that include robotics, plasma, welding, so much more. Again, check them out online to see the many things that they have done around the region, around the state, around the nation. Incredible work that they are capable of, and it's all located right here in Hicksville, Ohio. They're great members of our community as well. Whenever there is any type of community effort, you'll always see ARC Solutions listed as one of the benefactors or supporters, and we're so proud that they've chosen us to support as well. Remember, anytime you see our free coverage of the Aces sports action on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it possible, so we hope that you will thank them as well. Our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. 3-point lead for the Aces. Evie McAlexander with the serve. Nice recovery. Aces don't get turned around, and they get the ball back over the net. A nice setup for the Pilots. McAlexander gets in front of it, though. Van Scoter over the net. And another mistimed hit. Clark that time put it into the net. Put the Aces up by 4. Alexander's next serve. Tap that one over, and that'll be a point for the Pilots. They'll get the serve back. Laker Sierra back to serve for Ayersville. Down by 3. Ooh, Baldwin off the side, and Scoter hits it out of bounds. Pull back to within 2. Of course, the Pilots would like to get this one in the win column and head out of here and head back home with a straight set victory on the varsity level. That'll be out. Aces lead remains at 3. Ayers comes into the game, as does Jocelyn Baldwin once again, spelling Adams and Slattery. Ayers back to serve. Good serve. Nice setup. Over it goes. Aces respond. That'll be, that's over the gigantic duct, off the top of the scoreboard, and out of bounds. That one had some distance on it. 13-11 now. Pilots will substitute and bring in number 2, Allison Eldridge, to serve. Down by 2. Baldwin. Jocelyn Baldwin. Baird, Van Scooter, drops it in. Baird. Nice recovery by the Pilots. Baird, good setup. Oh, rejected. Good job. I think that was Beecher that knocked it down with the kill. Sheets with the serve for the Pilots. McAlexander, Baird, and Baldwin gets the point. And Van Scooter will drop back to serve. Inkrot comes back into the game for the Aces as McAlexander will rest for a moment. Van Scooter's shot over the net. Good looking serve. Nice setup. And they strike. Strong hit from Beecher for the point. Pilots pull back to within 2. Beecher back to serve. And back into the game, number 10, Brooklyn Michael. Beecher, good serve. High return, and Inkrot gets it over the net. And that'll be a point for the Pilots. Alexander, Baird, and Elise Baldwin. Pilots have the answer. Flory. And that'll be another point, and we'll be tied at 15. One more serve for Beecher. Again to McAlexander. Elise Baldwin puts it over. Nope, that'll be under the net. Nice try by Jocelyn Baldwin, but a little too low of a trajectory. Beecher, another good-looking serve. That goes to Jocelyn Baldwin. Inkrot over the net. Set up for the Pilots. Flory bangs it home again. And just like that, the Pilots battle back and take the lead. They're up by 2 now, 17-15. And timeout on the floor this time called by Coach Samantha Lavin. Aces want to talk about it again. It's a must-win for the Lady Aces here in game number 3. Well, looking ahead, we're going to take a bit of a break from volleyball action, but we're not done with volleyball for the week. We've got a Saturday morning special for you coming up this Saturday with the Lincoln View Lancers coming here to the Red Zone. Well, they were going to play 3, but they have canceled the freshman match. So, and I know a lot of times on Saturdays they're tri-meets, but that my understanding is that it's not the case. It'll just be Hicksville and Lincoln View. JV starting at 10, followed by the Varsity. Have to set my alarm. Nice touch over the net. That'll be out. Aces back to within 1. Adams will come in to serve. And Slattery into beyond the net. Give him some height, some defensive skill. Here we go. Adams, nice serve. Just clears the net. Ooh, some mustard on that one from the Pilots. Baldwin, and a nice setup. Good catch by Baird. McAlexander, and Elise Baldwin puts it over the net. Again a setup, and again a strike, and that'll be out. And we're tied at 17. Kennedy Adams getting the job done. Aces back even with the Pilots, and she still has the serve. Another good-looking serve. Ooh. Flory rather. Inkrot saves it. Try again. Rejected. Nice. And out. Oh. Again, quite an exchange there, and the Aces come out on top. Michael just put a little too much on it. Nice serve. They get it back into the center of the court, over the net. Slattery taps it over. And that time, Michael dialed it in. We're tied again at 18. Sigler into the game. Looks like she's going to be serving. Also back into the game, number 14, Kelsey Clark. Sigler, all even at 18. McAlexander, Baird, and then Slattery stopped at the net. They managed to dig it out of there. Slattery again. That'll be a point. Taylor Slattery put some smoke on that one, and Aces back up by a point, and Elise Baldwin dropping back to serve for Hicksville. And puts it into the net. We're tied at 19. Baird, McAlexander, and Slattery just gets it over the net. Try to set it up this time. Slattery drops it in. Good eye from Taylor Slattery. She found that open spot on the floor near the back corner and put the ball right there. Now Evie McAlexander serving for the Aces. Alexander goes down. Van Scoter. Lydia. Oh, and it's out. Aces now up by 2. Timeout. Pilots want to talk about it now. They battled back, held them even. Now they're down by 2. Again, they'd kind of like to get a win here and be able to head home a little earlier. Already 8 o'clock in real time. Bill and Connor, your crew for Hicksville Community Television. We've had a great time here tonight. Again, hard-fought varsity volleyball action this evening. Near the end of Game 3. And again, the Pilots with a 2-game-to-none advantage as we get set to close out game number 3. And the Aces plan to stay alive and force a Game 4 to try to get back into this match. We're glad to have you with us. And again, we hope you've been enjoying the live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. If you are and you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you as a subscriber and a member of the community of Hicksville Community Television. Evie McAlexander. In the back, Kennedy Adams, Slattery, rejected. 21-20. Aces still with a 1-point lead, but serve goes back to the Pilots. Laker Sierra back. And an ace. Michaela Laker Sierra. Split the defense and put it right in the middle of them. Hannah Ridgway comes in now, wearing number 1 for the Aces. And that's going to be off the back wall. And another point for the Pilots. And a timeout from Coach Lavin. Well, I think that so far both squads have burned all of their timeouts in each game that we have played. That's how tough and how hard fought these contests have been here tonight. Like I said, it's been a great night, a fun night of volleyball action, varsity action at its best. It hasn't been going the Aces' way so far, but you got to give credit where credit is due. The Pilots came in here tonight ready to play, and both these teams have really been doing a good job. And like I said, it's 2-point differential in the first game, 3-point in the second game, and right now just 1 point separating them. So you can't say that these girls have not played their heart out on either side of the net here tonight. All right, teams break huddle. We'll get ready to get back into action. Michaela Laker Sierra, the Pilots libero, with the serve. High arc and goes to Evie McAlexander, Baird, and Slattery. And it'll be off the hands of Sigler. And we're tied at 22. There'll be no more stoppages of play, though, barring an injury, because there ain't no timeouts left on either side of the net. Josie Smith to serve. Smith puts it over the net. Punches it over, and it'll be out of bounds. Quick substitution back into the game. Eldridge to serve. And back into the game, number 13, Grace Flory. Be up there on the net. Eldridge. Ridgway. Baird. Gets it over the net. Set up. Back over the net it goes. The Aces stay alive. Quick toss over. Aces sniff it out, and they make it. And that's going to be a point for Hicksville. Oh! Tied at 23. My goodness. Ridgway will come out, and Elise Baldwin back in for the Aces. And Baird with the serve. And that's a point. The Aces up, and it's game point for Hicksville. Chance to force a fourth game. Baird. Aces setting up Van Scoter. Rejected. Another try by the Pilots. Baird in the back. McAlexander. Van Scoter. Aces stay alive again. Van Scoter. Another good hit. That'll be out. Aces win. Oh! So the Aces will force a game 4 as they hold on and they eke out a victory in game 3. Another 2-point decision, 25-23, the score. So we're going to go to game 4. No straight set match tonight for the varsity. We'll catch our breath here a little bit. There we go. I think I'm going to scoot down a little bit here. Stand up for a moment or two. There we go. Not as young as Connor. Can only sit so long in the bleachers. I got to stand up and get the blood flowing to certain areas of my body. 3 minutes between games, and again, we're getting ready for game number 4. The Aces looking for a victory to force a 5th and final deciding game. And, of course, the Pilots would like to be able to put a W in the column under the 4 on the score sheet so that they can go home with a 3-1 victory. So we'll see how it all plays out here. Glad to have you with us again. It's been a fun night, a hard-fought night of volleyball action on the varsity level here at the Red Zone this evening. Capping off a couple of big days of volleyball action. We were here with the Aces entertaining Toledo Christian in non-conference action on Monday. And here in the GMC with the Pilots on this Tuesday. And, of course, the Lady Aces are, as I was mentioning earlier, set to host Lincoln View coming up on Saturday morning. And we've got some football action coming your way, too, on Friday night. It'll be the week number 6 of the regular season, with the Aces picking up a victory. They're 2-3 now. And they are going to be trying to even up their record at 500, hosting the Wayne Trace Raiders on Friday night. And again, we'll be out there at Aces Field, and our coverage will get underway right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel just before 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I mean 7 o'clock. Just before 7 o'clock. Don't tune in at 5 o'clock. There won't be anything going on. All right, the teams come back out onto the floor. It should be Aces volleyball to start this 4th game. And again, the officials will check the numbers, check the positions, check the lineups, and check in liberos. Pilots are set, ready to go, and the Aces are getting looked over right now. Student section all in black tonight for the Aces. Abby McAlexander checks in, and we'll get ready to go. It'll be Baird with the volleyball and the first serve for game number 4 here at the Red Zone. And we're underway. And the Pilots will drop it in for the early 1-0 lead. And that'll put them up 2-0. Eldridge with a good serve. She'll get another one. Right to McAlexander. Baird, Van Scoter. Pilots look to answer. Nice recovery. Over it goes. Aces have to scramble a little bit. And that was Baldwin with the shot off the hand of the defender and into the stands to make it 2-1 Pilots. Aces get their first point of game number 4. Liddy Van Scoter. Okay. High arcer. And over it goes. Nice. Jocelyn Baldwin with the point, and we're tied at 2. Aces looking to set it up again. Elise Baldwin, and that'll be another point for Hicksville. They'll go up 3-2. And Scoder. And that'll be out. Strike, but the Aces answer. Baldwin gets it over the net. And kill from Inkrot. 5-2 Aces. Baldwin mistimed that one. That'll be a point for Ayersville. It'll be a 1-point game now. No, I take that back, a 2-point game, 5-3. They'll get the ball and the serve back. And that'll be an ace. Now it'll be 5-4. Ryland Beecher. One more serve coming. Good serve. Jocelyn Baldwin, Elise Baldwin. Up it goes. Nice setup and over. Smith, Elise Baldwin, Inkrot into the net. And we're tied at 5. Smith, Baird, Baldwin. And that one on the top of the net hits the floor. And the Pilots back on top now by a point, 6-5, and they've got the serve. Beecher. Dive by McAlexander. Baldwin puts it over the net. And a strike by Grace Flory. Point goes to the Pilots. McAlexander. Inkrot. Got it. Adams and Slattery checking back in. Smith and Jocelyn Baldwin coming out. And Kennedy Adams gonna serve. Team down by 1. Adams, good looking serve. Over it goes. Aces looking to get it set up. Baldwin, too much. Elise Baldwin puts it out of the back of the court. Pilots go up by 2, and they'll get the serve, and it'll be Grace Flory back to serve the volleyball. Flory to Inkrot. Excuse me, to McAlexander. And Elise Baldwin puts it into the net. Flory. Another nice looking shot. That one goes to Adams. We tip it right back over. McAlexander, Baird, and Inkrot. Adams, they're scrambling, and McAlexander gets it over the net. Good setup. Nope, they dink it over. And the duplicity works. Drops in, and the Pilots up by 4, 10-6. Timeout on the floor. That one called by the Aces. Again, they need to win out here to pull away the W in the varsity match. Bill and Connor, we're glad to have you with us. Again, we hope you are enjoying our coverage here tonight. Hard-fought volleyball action. Again, the Aces are going to be announcing the homecoming court tomorrow afternoon in an assembly at the what they call home base. It's like the last half hour of the school day. It's a shorter period that they call home base, like I said. And, of course, the Aces homecoming coming up in 3 weeks. They'll be hosting Paulding. And, of course, the homecoming pep rally will be that Friday afternoon here in the gym. And we'll have the homecoming parade that'll start at the fairgrounds, I think about 5:30, 5:45 that Friday. Go out to the stadium. And, of course, football action that night as the Aces host Paulding. And then the homecoming dance on Saturday. Flory, nice serve again. Baldwin gets it over the net. Flory sets it up, tap it over. Aces get back under control. Slattery, nice setup, and Aces stay alive. And good hit. I think that was Inkrot that got that one. Make it 10-7 and get the serve back for Hicksville. Elise Baldwin back there ready to serve. Baldwin. Kennedy Adams. The Aces stay alive. Slattery gets it over. Another setup for the Pilots, and they hit it too hard. Waldron too much on it. It goes out the back of the playing surface, and another point for the Aces. They pull back to within 2. Baldwin. Over it goes. Baldwin, McAlexander, Baird. Too much spin on that one coming off of Kennedy Adams, and when Elise Baldwin hit it, it was just going in the wrong direction and died. Back to a 3-point lead for the Pilots. Sheets now with the serve. Sheets gets it across the net. That'll be an ace. McAlexander dives for it. Nothing doing. Sheets again. Another good-looking serve. Baird. Baldwin. And Inkrot taps it over. Trips it over the top of the net. It falls to the floor. And Aces back to within 3, and they get the serve back. Evie McAlexander dropping back. And here it comes. Ooh, rejected, but the Pilots recover. And again, that little unexpected dink over the net from Eldridge. Another point for the Pilots. Waldron puts the ball over. Out. 14-9 Pilots. Waldron with another serve coming. Well, another ace. 15-9. Ridgway will come back in. She'll spell Elise Baldwin. Put her in the back there. Ridgway ready. Here we go. Waldron right to her, right through her hands. Just grazed her as it went by. So it'll be a point for the Pilots. Aces now down by 7, 16-9, and Coach Lavin uses her second and final timeout for this game. So when this one does wrap up, whether it's at the end of this game or if we go to a fifth and final deciding game, we'll try to have a kind of a quick quick wrap-up for you, a recap the action here at the Red Zone tonight. So we can get packed up and head on out of here this evening ourselves. But again, don't forget, we've got the weekly live update on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page coming your way tomorrow afternoon at 4. I'll be on live recapping what we've been up to here at HIX-TV. All right, ready to get back into action. Pilots up by 7, 16-9. They've got the ball and the serve. Good-looking serve right to Ridgway. Baird and Scoder. And Ridgway, again Baird. That one's to Slattery. Nice catch, Bobby Weatherhead. Over there with Mr. Hott on the sideline. 10-16, 16-10 Pilots now. Smith. Again, Smith, Ridgway, Van Scoder. And too much on that one, it'll be out. She knew it as soon as she hit it. Beecher just had a big smile saying, oh yeah. Got a little too much on that one. Closes the gap to 5. Smith with the serve. Oh, not much doubt about that one. Brooklyn Michael had the opportunity and took it. Pilots now up by 6 again, 17-11. Laker Sierra to Ridgway, and that is going to die on the net. 18-11. More serve for Laker Sierra. Aces running crazy, but they get it over the net. Ridgway, McAlexander, Jocelyn Baldwin. That was Beecher with the kill. And that'll be 20 points now for the Pilots, 5 away. They'll retain the serve. A couple more substitutions for the Aces coming into the game. Back into the game is Inkrod, and also into the game Teslin Reed, number 18. And Michaela Laker Sierra back to continue her serving. Smith, Baird, and Scoder. And that'll be another spike and point for Ryland Beecher. Baldwin, Baird, McAlexander taps it over. Set up. Van Scoder gets it over the net. Tap it over to McAlexander, Elise Baldwin, and Reed. Reed misses the hit. It's 22-11. Laker Sierra serves yet again. Tap over by Baird. Smith, Baird, and Reed. Oh, she missed that one. Beecher had the right idea, but she was timing with just a little bit off. It goes into the net. It's a 10-point game, 22-12, and the Aces get the serve back. McKenna Baird back to do the honors. Baird puts it up. Smith. And it could be some trouble, but they get it over the net. And that'll be another point for Grace Flory. Smith comes out, and Slattery will come back in. Eldridge with the serve. Right to McAlexander, Baird, then Scoder. McAlexander, Baird, Baldwin, and that'll be a point for the Aces. And that'll bring up Lydia Van Scoder to serve. Get it over. Slattery. Setting it up and blocked. Inkrot. Another serve for Van Scoder. And another point for Grace Flory. And that's going to bring up game and match point for the Lady Pilots. Rylan Beecher back to serve for Ayersville. Beecher over the net. Slattery. Elise Baldwin with the point. Makes it 24-15, a 9-point lead. And Adams checks back into the game to serve. And that'll be another point and a winning one for Grace Flory. 25-15 will be the score for Game 4. And that'll be a 3-1 win in the varsity match for the visiting Lady Pilots. So with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage here this evening. We do want to, again, say a big thank you to all of our underwriters that have made our live coverage possible here this evening and all season long. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for the latest information on COVID boosters, flu shots, and more. And also, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and also online at www.arcsolinc.com. While we're saying thank yous, as we always do, a big thank you to Misters Haught and Overmeyer, our co-athletic directors here at Hicksville High School, for, again, giving us our great position to broadcast from and allowing us to live stream the action here tonight. We want to thank them so very much. Couldn't ask for two better guys to work with throughout the school year and all the sports seasons. And most of all, a big thank you to all of you for joining us this evening, whether you were with us for one or both of our live streams. We hope that you enjoyed the coverage, and if you did, and if you're not already a subscriber, we'd like to ask you to subscribe to the HIX-TV YouTube channel. When you subscribe, not only do you help us out with our metrics on the search engines and stuff like that, but mostly you can hit that notification button, and that way you're the first to know whenever we schedule a new live stream event. And we do live stream all of our sporting events here on the YouTube channel. And you're also the first to know whenever we post new content to our video on demand library on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't already done so, also consider following us on Facebook. It's a great way to keep up to date with what's going on here at the station. And we try to keep you updated on community events and school events that way as well. Now, to the many who have already subscribed and or followed us, we thank you so very much. But if you're not one of them, please consider joining us. We would love to have you as a member of the community of Hicksville Community Television. Well, with that, I think we're just about ready to wrap things up for this evening. Hey, our next live stream is coming up tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. Well, maybe even earlier than that. We'll see if I can get in here and get things figured out. We might try to bring you live coverage of the homecoming court announcement assembly. But if not, we'll have the live update at 4 o'clock on the HIX-TV YouTube, or excuse me, the HIX-TV, the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. I keep my video platforms separate here and get them straight. Aside from that, our next sports broadcast Friday night, high school football action from Aces Field, as Hicksville will host the Wayne Trace Raiders, at our next volleyball live stream Saturday morning just before 10 o'clock, as the Aces will be here at the Red Zone entertaining Lincoln View. So with that, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. The final results one last time tonight in the freshman game, Ayersville match. Ayersville wins in straight sets, 2-0. In the JV match, also Ayersville a winner, 2-0, 25-17, 25-15. And in the varsity contest, it's the Pilots winning in 4, 25-23, 25-22, 23-25. And then winning the fourth deciding game, 25-15. So with that, we again want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody. A terrific rest of your week. And with that, for Connor Myers, operating the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Thanks for joining us once again. And may you all have a very good night and good sports.